Here you can see this is gap analysis. So what is gap analysis? Like here you can see what business want, what ERP supported by default, what needs configurations, what need customizations, what should not be done. Okay, so when you are implementing or like you consulting any customers, you have to understand the customer requirement and the solutions you have. Okay, so you have to match what are the things by default matching my ERP. Okay, and what are the customer requirement. Okay, so if anything is not matching, like that, they need the print formats, they need some kind of additional report which is not by default in ERP. Okay, then you can say that I can customize this report and I can give you these reports. Okay, so those things you have to find it out. Okay, and sometimes you also have to avoid too much of customizations. Okay, so it is not like always you, for the purpose of sales, like you will be always keep on saying yes to everything. It is a very bad idea actually. Okay, so in ERP, as much as if you can avoid the customization, that is very better for you, and you can close the order very you can complete the implementation very clearly, and also customer will not face too much of problem also in future, because every customization is like doing a coding. Okay, and in coding you need too much of validations, so that is very much important. Okay, that sometimes you have done the customization but testing is not done properly, even though you have done the customization, since you have not done the testing and you have already pushed it to the production. Okay, and the problem of it you will realize after some times, like 3 months, 4 months down the line. Okay, then that problem you cannot even rectify also. So then you can fall into a deadline situations, or like you have to scrap the entire ERP implementation, you have to do the re-implementation. So if you are not expert at the initial level, do not commit about the customizations and all these things. Okay, try to limit the implementation only with the configuration. Okay, but report and all these things, print format, that is normal, that you can go on. Okay, so if you are a good consultant, always never say blindly yes to every requirement. Okay, so as a good consultant, most of the time consultant give them better solution, like okay, if you want to do this in the ERP is not by default supported, but you can do this in this way, so it will solve your problem also, and it will not hamper ERP configuration and default architecture also. Okay, so it is very much important that you first identify the gap between what client is and what client is looking for, and what solutions you have, whether it's matching 100%. If it is not matching 100%, then what are the things customizations is required, and if this customizations if you can avoid, then try to avoid, just finish it up with the configuration level only. Okay, so this is how we identify the gaps between the solution customer is looking and the solutions I have. This is very much important to make a successful implementation. Okay, yeah, here you can see communication skill. Okay, this is not non-technical, but very critical uh, to for any ERP consultant. Okay, so why like communication skill matters? Because most of the time you will talk to owners, accountant, store managers, salespeople, like those who are into senior position. You consultant basically do not talk to like executive level or like lower level, because it is ERP is for the management teams. Okay, and the management team decide what they need. Okay, and how they want to circulate it to toward their lower office staffs. Okay, so this is very much important that when you talk with the customers, be communicative, be very clear with your words, and like you should talk always straightforward. Okay, and because here it is not like you are it is always remember that ERP consulting is not like a sales. Okay, that where you have to just crack the deal at any cost. It is not like that. Okay, so you can crack the deal, that's okay, you can get the customer, but never compromise with the technicalities. Okay, ultimately what will happen, even if you compromise today and you got the deal but you are not able to deliver, like you should not do the false sales or like over sales or like wrong sales. Okay, so it is very much important that you communicate properly, and always communication keep the communication time to time with the customers, and also once you have implemented or deployed something, then explain it to the user immediately, otherwise they will make a lot of mistakes. Okay, speak business language. Like, why speak in business language? If you go and talk about that we need a integrations, we need a JSON format data, we need to write it in Python, that is not a business language. Business language is like, okay, you need the integrations. Like, suppose there is a two company but that belongs to the same owner, and now he is saying that if I create an invoice here, sales invoice here, then in my company purchase invoice should get immediately created automatically. Okay, and they will talk about the profit and loss statements, like this kind of business languages. Okay, not like a technical jargons. Okay, translate business need to technical teams. So what is here, you can see ERP consultant is job is to mediate between customer and also with the technical. So sometimes technical, most of the time technical team do not communicate directly with the customer, but consultant do. Okay, so consultant will have all the requirement from the customers, and wherever the customizations or anything is required, okay, then they will forward it to the technical team. So that's how you translate your customer's requirement to the technical team. Okay, manage expectations. So like whatever the customer is saying, or you have committed, or you have said that I will deliver all those things, so always try to manage that, whatever the expectation you have created in customer's mind. Okay, so do not drop, and you literally have to work hard, and you have to find the ways how it can be done, even though if the ERP is not by default supporting, or like you can find some workaround also. Okay, so these things are very critical. I will be creating more videos, and we can also have like uh, live sessions also, where you can understand how to be a ERP consultant. Okay, so here you can see I have written the clear communications or succeed. Okay, so this is very much input clear, no, sorry, clear communicator succeeds. So this is very much important that you always keep your communication very clear and to the point. No extra talks, no like unnecessary. Even if you are writing a mail, write it very straightforward. This is the mail. This is a requirement. This is how we need to do. Do not write long mails. Okay, so this is very much important that how you communicate and how you keep your language. So if you are a ERP consultant and coming from a non-technical background like commerce, arts, or like any other backgrounds, okay, but you into ERP consultant, but some of the things you have to know that how ERP software actually works, like what is the backend, front end, API, integrations, report, dashboard, custom fields, workflow, script, conceptually, not in deep, like you do not have to do the coding, you do not have to actually install the database or something like that. Okay, but sometimes what happens, you do not know like how, to whom you are going to and consult. Sometimes what happen, most of the time it might be like you are consulting directly with the IT department, so they will know less about the business operation, but they will keep on talking about the technicalities. So it is important, so once you achieve the first level, you also slowly dive into technical things also, so that whenever the questions comes, like then you can just answer them properly. Okay, so here you can see implementation lifecycle must know. Every ERP follows this. Okay, so here you can see a requirement gathering. This is very much important, that what is the business requirement and what they are looking for, how you can solve it. Okay, and the business process mapping, like how it is right now and how they want to be. So this is also very much important, and the gap analysis, as we have already discussed this. So you also have to understand what customer is looking and what is in your hand. So how you, if there is any gap, then how you fill it. So this also very much important. Configurations, like configurations, like what are the configurations required, like the workflow rules and all these things. Okay, and data migration is like if some companies already using ERP, or like they already have data in their Excel sheet, or how you will migrate it. So in that migration also, you have to know that you have to prepare data, you have to change your data according to your ERP requirement. Okay, so always you will not get data in a ready state, you will get the data in their format, so you have to again convert it into your format, then only you can migrate or import it into your ERP. Okay, in Active 360 we support direct Excel sheet import also. Okay, and also user training. This is also very much important, because if you are not giving the training to the user, then the user is ultimately the person, those who are going to use softwares. Okay, so it is very much important that you give them the training very clearly and very and also you have to make sure they are practicing also. Okay, so during the implementation you can give them a demo instance also, that where they can practice. Okay, and once all these things are done, then you go live. Okay, live is like where the actual production and actual entries are happening. Okay, then after the live you observe and you see how the things are happening, then you keep on optimizing it. Okay, and also sometimes you also have to understand that customer also create a lot of problems sometimes. Okay, so you also have to know how to deal with the customers, how to convince them that whatever you are doing is right, and wait for the final result. Sometimes they will keep on ping you that, oh, this is not happening, I need this. So you have to make it very clear that this is the stage, in this stage we are going to do this one only, not everything. Okay, and customer also keep on changing their requirement, then those things also you have to handle, or like your consultants would have the capacity to handle the customer also. So only like if you even have the very expert or very high level ERP, but still if you're not good consultant, or like very you're if you're very soft consultant kind of who agrees to everything, then you will fail in ERP implementation. So you have to make sure, that's why you have to understand the gap analysis. Actually, that is very much important role. Okay, configuration, this is the same, actually I duplicated it here. Okay, configuration and customization. Okay, so this video I hope will help you out. Okay, so if you need any supports or anything, you can reach us to our website, or if in YouTube also you can comment. Okay, then I will reply you back. Okay, so wait for our next videos, that I will cover specifically for how the retail industries work, how the manufacturing industries work. Okay, and if you are also looking for any ERP partnership, or you need like to become ERP consultant in your country or in your area, then also you can reach us, because we are also looking for partners. Okay, thank you.